Good morning. My name is Blake Hawthorne. I am the clerk of the Supreme Court of Texas. Welcome to the induction ceremony for new members of the State Bar of Texas. Before we begin, I have just a few housekeeping matters to go over. In order to be enrolled as a member of the State Bar, you must complete the online registration process. Once you've registered, the award group will send you an email with instructions on how to claim your wall certificate and, if you so choose, how to order a frame for your certificate. The State Bar will mail your bar card to you separately. If you have not yet registered, please go to the State Bar's website today and register. Also, by order of the Supreme Court of Texas, you must complete the Justice James A. Baker Guide to the Basics of Law Practice, which is administered by the Texas Center for Legal Ethics. You can register and take the course online if you have not already done so. Now, if you will turn to the back of your program, you will see the oath that you will take today. The oath in your program is yours to keep. You do not need to send it to me or anyone else. By statute, it must be affixed to your license. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but you all are about to be lawyers, so you can figure that out. No, but what I recommend is that you have the certificate affixed to the back of the frame if you get your certificate framed. That way, when I come to your office to make sure you took the oath, I can see it. I'm kidding. Again, the oath is yours to keep, and this is on your honor. That concludes our housekeeping matters, and the courts will be out shortly. All rise. Oyez, oyez, oyez. The Honorable, the Supreme Court of Texas, and the Honorable, the Court of Criminal Appeals of Texas. All persons having business before the Honorable, the Supreme Court of Texas, and the Honorable, the Court of Criminal Appeals of Texas, are admonished to draw near and give their attention, for the courts are now sitting. God save the state of Texas and these honorable courts.
Please be seated. Good morning. I'm Jimmy Blacklock, the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Texas.
And I am David Schenk, presiding judge of the Court of Criminal Appeals. The Supreme Court and the Court of Criminal Appeals welcome you. Our two courts convene in this special joint session to congratulate and to swear in those of you who have passed the February 2025 bar exam.
We're delighted to be with you on this happy occasion. Congratulations to each one of you for achieving this landmark accomplishment, which for most of you, I expect, is the culmination of decades of education that began all the way back in kindergarten. Think about all the assignments and tests that you've done over those years, and just think, having passed this test, that might be the last test you ever have to take. But your work as a lawyer will be its own test, a test of your character, of your diligence, and of your judgment. So congratulations on passing the bar exam. But the greater test awaits, and we wish each of you the very best as you set out to confront all of the opportunities and challenges that await you as Texas lawyers. I want to congratulate also the people in your lives, many of whom are with us and many are not, the people in your lives who have made this day possible for you. I'm thinking mostly of your parents, but whether it's parents or husbands or wives or children or friends or teachers, whoever it is, all of you have many people to thank for having made this day possible for you. And some of them are here with us today, as I said, and some of them are not. But I want all of our new lawyers to stand and give a big round of applause for the people whose love and support got you here today. Judge Shank.
I'm looking where we are, Jimmy.
Page 2.
Ah, there's a back page. The ceremony will be short, longer by my missing my step, we promise. We will hear from the President of the State Bar of Texas, the President of the Texas Young Lawyers Association, and most importantly, we will hear from the person who scored the highest on the bar exam by overstudying. Texas law requires all lawyers to be members of the State Bar of Texas. I now call on Steve Benesch, who was elected by his fellow lawyers as the President of the State Bar, to welcome each of you into the legal profession. Mr. Benesch.
Good morning. Good morning. There we go. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Steve Benesch. I am the 144th president of the State Bar of Texas. We were talking about it in the gathering room before we walked out here. This is really the coolest thing that presidents get to do all year long, is to stand up here. It is my great honor to speak to you on such a momentous occasion. You stand at the trailhead of an incredible journey that's ahead of you, a fantastic voyage that lays ahead in the practice of law. Each of you have studied thousands of hours. You've been in class hundreds of hours. You've answered countless questions. You've graduated from law school. You've passed the Texas bar exam, and you are ready to pass the trailhead and begin that journey in your professional careers today. By taking the oath today, you become one of more than 116,000 active members of the State Bar of Texas. You join a group of lawyers who are united in our professionalism, our loyalty to the Constitution, and our commitment to represent our clients to the best of our abilities. Moreover, you have the privilege of practicing in a self-governing profession with an independent grievance system under the umbrella of a state bar that is mission-driven to improve the quality of legal services in the state of Texas, to assure all Texans equal access to justice, and to educate the public about the rule of law. If you are among us today as a first-generation lawyer to be sworn in today, the first of your kind in your family, what an amazing and outstanding accomplishment. Would everyone here, by a round of applause, recognize those who are the first in your family to be sworn in as a lawyer today? If you could stand and the rest of us could honor you. Bravo. Thank you for doing that. Along this journey that you're embarking upon, I do propose and suggest that you identify mentors, lawyers who inspire you, who can help guide you along this journey. It could be another lawyer in your firm or department or agency, or a lawyer who you respect in the community, or in an organization such as the Inns of Court, or a local or specialty or young lawyers or state bar organization. But as you seek to be inspired, remember that you too, in fact, each of us, you too are an inspiration to someone. Seek out not only those who can help you, but also those whom you can help along the way. I also want to encourage you to give a helping hand when you can by participating in pro bono activities. Assisting underrepresented members of our community is not just doing good, it also feels good to know that you and I are making a difference in the lives of others. You, all of you, are the promising future leaders of our profession, and the State Bar of Texas wants to help prepare you to be the leaders not only of your fields, but also ultimately of this bar. The State Bar's volunteer leadership and professional staff are always working to generate programs that will support lawyers in their practices and improve the quality of legal services throughout our state. To help you in your career in life, the bar offers a number of member benefits, and I'm going to list a few. I encourage you to visit the State Bar's website for a more fulsome explanation of the benefits I'm going to mention. First of all, free legal research through VLEX Fast Case, free billing and trust accounting software through Smokeball, a career center where you can post your resume and search for open positions, a free attorney ethics helpline where you can call and get advice on ethical obligations, new business leads through the Lawyer Referral and Information Service, online practice management tools through the Texas Bar Practice website, and many other useful programs that you will find on the State Bar website. I also encourage you to join a State Bar section in order to network with peers and to take part in the mentorship and pro bono opportunities to help us all to advance the cause of equal access to justice in Texas. This journey that you're embarking on can be very stressful at times. So here is another very important program that I want you to know about. It's called the Texas Lawyers Assistance Program, known by the acronym TLAP, which helps lawyers, judges, and law students who are experiencing mental health and substance use issues. TLAP is a strictly confidential service that includes crisis counseling, referrals, peer assistance, and general well-being guidance to help Texas lawyers and judges and law students deal with the stress and maintain a healthy lifestyle. If there's one thing that you take away from my words today, it is that help is always available. You can learn more at tlaphelps.org. In addition to TLAP, you also have access through your State Bar membership to a free month of online mental health therapy through BetterHelp, followed by a 15% off on BetterHelp's services if you continue beyond that month. More information, again, is available on the State Bar website. Finally, and to circle back where I began, we are all, as your bar, as your profession, extremely excited and proud to welcome you as the newest Texas lawyers. We are with you now, and we will be with you every step of the way along this journey. Again, on behalf of the State Bar of Texas, congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Mr. Benish. And our thanks as well to the State Bar, to the Board of Law Examiners, and to everybody else who helped organize this ceremony today. Also here to welcome you as new lawyers is Hisham Masri, President of the Texas Young Lawyers Association, which as new lawyers you are all eligible for, no matter how old you are. Mr. Masri.
Howdy, y'all. All right, well, I'll make sure not to use any other Aggie terms while on UT's campus. I might get tackled off the stage otherwise. Mr. Chief Justice, thank you. Presiding Judge, and may it please the court, our soon-to-be newest members of the bar and their esteemed friends and family. It is a pleasure to be here with y'all today. And my name is Hisham Masri, and Chief Justice Blacklock, you nailed the name, so well done. That doesn't often happen. I'm an in-house attorney at the company Flowserve in Irving, Texas. Flowserve is a global manufacturer of valves, pumps, and seals, and I manage our employment law matters for North America. And let me begin with the most important thing. Congratulations. As president of the Texas Young Lawyers Association, I am so honored to be a part of this ceremony with you here today, and this incredible celebration of your success. You are the newest members of the Texas Young Lawyers Association. I'd like to share a few small statistics with you, and I'll explain why that's important in a minute. Texas is home to approximately 30 million people. We have approximately 116,000 active Texas lawyers to represent that population, and we're about to swear in a few more. Some back-of-the-napkin math means that Texas lawyers represent approximately 0.35% of the overall population. And I'll get back to why that number matters later. Needless to say, we are a small but mighty group and about to be a bit mightier. So, side story time. For anyone that knows me, you know that I'm an avid gamer. Board games, video games, sports are all some of my favorite activities to play, watch, and even study. And that statistic reminds me of my favorite game of all time, Hearthstone. Hearthstone's a digital collectible card game akin to like Magic the Gathering. In the game, players compete against each other to win games and climb the ranks. From bronze to silver, then gold, platinum, diamond, ultimately legend. Only about 0.5% of players ever reach the coveted legend rank, a status reserved for the best players. They're those who have demonstrated superior skill, knowledge, and dedication, often in the face of fierce competition. And in many ways, I believe that our lawyers are the legends of our society. We're that small population, right? Like those players who reach legend, lawyers must rely on their skill, knowledge, hard work, and good decision-making to succeed. And the best lawyers often collaborate, support one another, and work tirelessly to achieve significant outcomes. And so as you embark on this journey, as newly licensed lawyers, I hope you'll remember that the State Bar of Texas and the Texas Young Lawyers Associations can't likely give you everything you need. But we are committed to supporting you in your journey as the legends of our profession and our society. And before I get off this stage, and as a captive audience and a shameless plug for the Texas Young Lawyers Association, I'm going to chat a little bit about that. The Texas Young Lawyers Association is the public service arm of the State Bar of Texas and assists the State Bar in facilitating the administration of justice, fostering respect for the rule of law, and most prominently, advancing the role of lawyers in serving the public. As newly licensed members of the bar, you are automatically members of Texas Young Lawyers. You are now part of TYLA, and more importantly, a big part of TYLA's purpose is to help you in your practice. With over 110 different resources available from TYLA, I wish I had the time, well, maybe you don't, to discuss everything that could be helpful to you in your practice. I want to make sure to mention a few before I get off the stage today. First, we have our TYLA checklist for first-year attorneys. Come by the TYLA table and grab a copy. It includes information with QR codes for the mandatory requirements, along with some other helpful information and recommendations. It also includes our social media handles so you can stay up to date on all of our future projects and initiatives, things to look forward to for next year's president. Another is our TYLA podcasts. TYLA has put together several different series of podcasts to help you in your practice. You can find them on the Spotify, Apple Podcasts, where you normally do. One of my favorites is Practice Areas 101, where we answer questions all attorneys get asked. What type of law do you practice? Right now, we're working on another series discussing pathways to success and how lawyers can forge their own paths to success in the practice of law. Notably, for the group here, you can hear from all 9 justices on the Texas Supreme Court about their path to the bench. It's a great resource to check out, and TYLA is grateful for the assistance of the Texas Supreme Court in that interview series this year. We have our wellness website. You heard a little bit about TLAP just a moment ago, and I want our lawyers to thrive in the practice, so please listen to me when I say your well-being matters. And so TYLA has a website, our Wellness Hub, with a collection of personal stories and helpful tips for navigating your mental health and overall well-being. There is always help available if you need it. And finally, I'll mention our Texas Law Student Hub. This is our newest resource that we created this year. It's a resource intended to help prospective and current law students succeed in law school. So if you know anyone who's interested in being just like you, then send them this resource. It might even help some of your classmates still in law school right now. These projects will be available to you at our table in the foyer after the ceremony, so come by and say hello. Again, there are a lot more projects out there if you visit tyla.org. And please let us know if there's anything you can think of that would help you in your practice. Now, I don't have any of the tangible awards that come with hitting the legend ranks in a game, but my sentiment is all the same. Your oath today is an anthem for honor and justice across this state. The law cannot stand without your commitment to uphold it. And just in case the joy and excitement fades over the next few months and years, please remember, you're legendary. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Musri, and thank you to the Texas Young Lawyers Association for its service to the profession. We've come to my favorite part of the ceremony. It's customary for the person who made the highest score on the bar exam to speak briefly on behalf of your class. And before I introduce her, I want to recognize the silver and bronze medal winners as well. The third highest score was Caitlin Farrell, a May 2021 graduate of the University of Southern California School of Law. Ms. Farrell. I can't see whether she's with us because I can't see anything in these lights. The second highest scorer, who was just barely edged out by the high scorer, was Andrew Oliver, a November 2024 graduate of Baylor University School of Law. Mr. Oliver. So Mr. Oliver's score was 339. I don't know if you remember your score. It didn't matter very much after you passed, but his score was 339. The high scorer also made a 339, but the scores that we report to you are rounded, and taking into account decimal places known only to the Board of Law Examiners, the high scorer made a 339.3, while Mr. Oliver was edged out. He made a 338.7. The high scorer who I'm very honored to introduce to you is Summer Shaw, who is expected to graduate from Stanford Law School in June of 2025. Ms. Shaw, you may speak on behalf of your class. Please join me in congratulating Ms. Shaw.
Good morning. And congratulations, we passed the bar. Even though I don't know each of you here personally, in many ways, I feel like we do know each other. We've walked through the same fires, those long, dense outlines, the practice tests, the late night doubts. We've shared this distinct rite of passage. Now, I'm deeply honored and honestly a little bewildered to be standing here with you today, trying to find the words for this occasion. When Justice Busby first called me to let me know, my first thought was, dang, I could have had so much more fun and studied,
Yes, exactly.
and studied definitely a lot less in all those months leading up to the bar. But in all seriousness, today is about more than just a test score. It's about perseverance, character, grit. Because no final score can capture the strength it takes to sit down and try again after a bad practice test. Or the strengths, or the sacrifices, seen and unseen, you and your loved ones made to get to this auditorium today. I am so incredibly thankful to those who stood by me during those long weeks of bar prep, when I certainly wasn't my best self. We've now made it to the other side of this exam, and yet, in many ways, the real work is just beginning. As we move forward into courtrooms, boardrooms, government, nonprofit, private practice, we carry the weight of the oath we're about to take. We are entrusted with knowledge of the law and our legal system. We are entrusted with a voice to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. And we are entrusted with the power to seek justice, to advocate for the truth, and to defend the dignity of every human life. The question now is not, are you smart enough to be a lawyer? Because you are. You've proved that. The question is, what will you do with this power that you've earned? For me, I hope to live up to the faith of those who believed in me, who have helped me to reach this day. I'm so excited to see all of you, this new generation of lawyers sitting here before me, ready to shape the future in the years to come. The future lies in our hands now, and I can't wait to see what we'll do with it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Shaw. Well done. All right, we've reached the moment you've been waiting for. Mr. Dwayne Massey from the Board of Law Examiners will present to the court a list of the successful examinees. Mr. Massey.
Thank you, Chief Justice Blacklock. Good morning to all, and congratulations to our new lawyers. May it please the courts. Mr. Chief Justice, Mr. Presiding Judge, and members of the courts, as of this date, the persons whose names are on the list I am presenting has successfully passed the February 2025 Texas Bar Examination, or have otherwise satisfied the examination requirement and have completed all other requirements for licensing in the rules governing admission to the Bar of Texas. Chief Justice Blacklock, may I approach the bench?
You may. Thank you, Mr. Massey. It is now my great privilege to administer to you the lawyer's oath. By taking this oath, you do not just become licensed to represent clients as a lawyer. You also become an officer of the court. You will owe a duty of zealous advocacy to the people you represent, but you will also owe a duty of candor and honesty to the courts in which you appear. And you will owe a duty to the courts and to the public to practice law in a way that truly supports the constitutions of the United States and of Texas, as you are about to swear to do. I charge you to recall as you go forward in your career the words of this oath that you take today. You should stand. If you're ready to take the oath, repeat after me, stating your name where I state mine. Please raise your right hands. I, Jimmy Blacklock, do solemnly swear that I will support the constitutions of the United States and of this state, that I will honestly demean myself in the practice of law, that I will discharge my duties to my clients to the best of my ability, and that I will conduct myself with integrity and civility in dealing and communicating with the court and all parties. So help me God. Congratulations to each of you. We're proud to welcome you into the profession. Please be seated. The State Bar will provide refreshments for you, your family, and friends immediately following these ceremonies on level 3, which is the next level up. Information booths have been set up by the State Bar to explain the many services available to you. And as we go, I want to say congratulations one more time on this milestone to you and to your loved ones. And I want to leave you with a thought which I owe to Justice Jane Bland, who's here to my right, from whom I first heard it. There will be many demands on your time and attention as a lawyer. And hard work and the stress and worry that come with it are going to be part of the job. But no matter how hard you're working, no matter what challenges you face in your professional life is not your whole life. You will always be far more than just a lawyer, especially to the people who love you. So always save the very best part of yourself for the people you love. And with that, this special session of the Supreme Court of Texas and the Court of Criminal Appeals of Texas is now concluded, and the clerk will adjourn the courts.
All rise. Oyez, oyez, oyez. The Honorable, the Supreme Court of Texas, and the Honorable, the Court of Criminal Appeals of Texas, now stand adjourned. Congratulations. Let the celebration begin.